Thomas Abz. It's a bit of a dead period, like we said before, but in UBF, true UBF fashion, we liven it up a bit, Abz. And we've got a bit of a controversial one today, I'm not going to lie. So just to clarify, this is the top 10 exports to come and play in the A-League. This isn't based on impact, just names.
No, it's
Is that right?
effectively just names. It's kind of the top 10, like the heaviest names that we've been able to bring in.
Okay.
But at the same time, the way we've ranked them has been, you know, with a subtle piece of like importance.
Okay, so just to clarify, top of my head, if we've stipulated that it's names, Ninkovic, Marcelo, Damien De Silva, Kazu, Roich, Berisha, not in there? Castellan not in there?
No, because their careers and what they done here in Australia
Okay, that's
preceded
okay. All right.
with what they had overseas. Like, it's basically like saying, and this is no comparison, Berisha, where we signed him from, is no different to where we signed Klimala from this season.
Okay, so it's names from before they came to the league.
It's names.
Okay, just a disclaimer. Best up Berisha is the best
Export.
non-Australian player that has ever played in the A-League.
Okay.
Just to let you know. Best up Berisha.
That's fine, mate.
That's fine. Mate, crucial water player.
Well, we'll kick it off. Number 10, the list has been put together by me and a secret group of friends. Once again, Thomas.
Still haven't found this out.
You won't find these people.
I'll let you know.
Daniel Sturridge, Perth Glory, 21-22 now.
How many games did the brother play?
6 games. But to play for Liverpool when he did, to play as he played alongside against the player that he is, we forget how good he was for Liverpool back in those days. I think it's a big enough name.
The Triple S, I remember back in the day, Abs, Sterling, Suarez and Sturridge.
100%.
Absolute threat they were. And Sturridge, up until even 2016 Euros, it was crucial for England. People forget that.
Yeah.
He scored that crucial goal against Wales. The interesting goal, I think it was a pinball arcade machine instead of Sturridge. But, yeah, I think he's low on that list because of the impact that he had here. I think the 6 games, and compared to some of the other names that are there, Shinji Ono is not there. I'm walking out, just to let you know. But I think the 6 games obviously doesn't help his case.
No. I think he had more haircuts than games, yeah?
Yeah, I believe he flew a brother out from England to get... We'll move on from there. Number 9, Abdul.
Juan Mata. Now, number 9...
World Cup and Champions League winner.
Hold on.
Number 9.
Hold on.
Is that Sydney FC bias or?
No. Number 9 and number 8 are pretty much level on par.
Oh, Costa's 8th, of course.
And to be honest with you, here's why we've put them there. I just think that...
Who's 8th?
Douglas Costa.
Fucking hell. How...
He played more games. And I think he had more of an impact at FC than Mata did at Wanderers.
Costa won a Champions League? Costa won a World Cup?
Yes, he has actually. He's won Champions
Has he won a World Cup?
Has he won a World Cup? No, unfortunately not.
Has he won a Euros because he's not eligible?
No. But here's my thing. I think if we look back in 10 years' time, I think they've only been put there because of recency. I think if we look back in 10 years' time, in terms of the name and the impact that they've had, they'll probably be higher. I think if Costa sticks around this year, and considering the young side that we're looking to probably have, we might see the best of Costa in the A-League.
Yet to come.
So that's number 9. Juan Mata. I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this, he should be behind. We obviously know who number 1's going to be. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it there. But biggest name we've had since Del Piero.
Who?
Del Piero.
Juan.
The weight of...
One sec. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think when he came here, we were obviously there at the airport. You know, you're in the midst of a star. Like, even when we've been to that many games this year where...
Yes, guys, the air felt different. Yeah, I breathed his same air. I touched Juan on his arm.
No disrespect. Like, you know, if any other Wanderers player comes up to you, like, how's it going? Like, yeah, it's great. It's good, Juan Mata comes up to you, puts his arm on your shoulder.
He never lets this moment go, by the way.
I'll never let it go. Dude, when you're sitting there and, like, you're behind your phone trying to film something and you feel... a hand of another man on your shoulder. You're like, you have to look, but you turn around and you see Juan Mata, and you're like,
oh, fuck, taken back a bit.
I'm like, this man's held World Cups. He's played with Iniesta. He's played with Xavi. He's played with Busquets. He's played with the best of the best, and now he's next to me.
But still behind Costa.
Still behind Costa, only because Costa actually played for FC.
Juan did play.
Now, I genuinely think if they switched teams, if FC had signed Mata and
We signed
Costa, I think they would have actually played more minutes on both sides.
No. Where's Costa going to play?
The left camp
Milo,
position.
Barello, Sapsford, Krayev. Tommy, where's Costa?
Left camp instead of Krayev. But you wouldn't. He probably.
That's fucking brilliant work.
I know, but think about
Off
it.
the ball,
Krayev probably wouldn't have gotten as many minutes, or if not signed.
Oh, he signed before fucking Mata.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that would have benefited more. We needed a Mata in our team.
I love my co-host.
We needed a Mata. No, but it's true. Like, in all seriousness,
It's behind Segacic.
Costa can still run.
Segacic,
Costa's no Mata. Costa can still run. He can still move. You'd rather play Krayev over Costa. Seriously.
Yep.
Really.
Oh, sorry. Krayev over Mata or Costa?
Over Costa.
Yeah. No. Costa over Krayev.
That's what I'm saying. You'd play instead of Krayev on that left attacker midfield position.
Okay, no
You'd have Barello and Sapsford up front and Milanovic on the right.
No problem. Number 7.
Would you not?
Possibly.
There we go. Thank you very much.
But now he's Don the Blue. I don't associate. Great player you are, Douglas.
Douglas.
My apologies. Sorry, Ufuk.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Obviously, number 8, Douglas Costa. Played at Juventus, Sydney
Bayern
FC,
Munich, yep.
Bayern Munich, Shakhtar Donetsk. Just think about it. Between Costa and Mata, they've played in the Serie A and won the Serie A. In the Bundesliga, won the Bundesliga, won the Premier League, won the La Liga, won a World Cup. Like, the amount of
Champions
trophies.
League.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, number 7, Nani. Name. Name-wise.
Yeah, yeah.
Nani.
Yeah, name.
Yeah.
Yeah. People forget Euro winner as well. Abz 2016.
Yeah. 4 Premier Leagues.
For Premier Leagues, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously was there with Ronaldo, that little group there, Anderson, Brazilians speak Portuguese, guys, so excuse me. But yeah, crucial player he was, great player. He was that, always that heir to Ronaldo at United, Abz, and for him to come to Victory, yes, didn't end in the best of terms, but people forget, he started electric at Victory, Abz.
Yeah.
He was a brilliant player to watch, Nani, electric, energetic on the ball, and then obviously we know how it ended, as with some marquees do.
Yeah.
But yeah, name-wise, I can see. I'm surprised. I think he should have been a bit higher, to be honest. But
Yeah, look, I think he definitely boosted their visibility.
I agree.
As for Mata, I think Mata done Western Sydney Wanderers so much, like
PR-wise,
PR-wise so well.
Correct.
It put them in the headlines. It put them in the news. Do you remember that round 1 feel? Costa versus Mata, Sydney Derby, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
And people actually turned up. We had like 35,000 or whatever it was.
It's good.
Nani done that for Victory when he was there now. He didn't play there for too long. But I think it definitely helped put bums on seats.
Of course.
The whole point of this top 10 is to put bums on seats. If they did that job, they'll be on this list.
Thank you, A-League Head of Marketing.
No
Number
worries,
6.
mate. Number 6, Alessandro Diamanti.
If you said Del Piero, I nearly had a heart attack and I would have walked out.
Now,
Because you and your mates, I don't know what you were on. Jesus, wow.
we're on.
Diamanti. Okay. Not sure how, excuse me, Italian viewers, not sure how I'm not going to use the word failed, a B-Tech, careful with my words, a B-Tech Francesco Totti, a B-Tech, dare I say it, Inzaghi, a B-Tech Rossi, makes top 6, I'll be honest.
Played for Bologna, played for Fiorentina, played for West Ham, was a Euro 2012 finalist with Italy. And on top of that,
Got
he won.
spanked 4-0 by Spain.
Right, he won the Johnny Warren medal.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. He was incredible for Western United.
How often do you see an international marquee like that actually win the Johnny Warren medal?
Oh, you got Broich, you got Ninkovic.
Yeah, but then they weren't as known.
Names.
Yeah.
Listen.
They made their names here. Just to clarify to the people watching this video, Ninkovic, Berisha, Boric
Please say Broich. Yeah.
made their names here. These 10 players had a name before they came here.
Yeah.
Now, Berisha, and I use this example at the start, played pretty much in the same division as Patrick Klimala when he came here.
Same level of football.
Same level of football. Whereas these top 10,
German football.
yeah, like Diamanti definitely played in England, played in
Yeah, that's it.
you know, that 2006 to
So,
2012.
question: you don't think Diamanti's a bit lower? Because so we're saying impact wise, don't get me wrong, he's like Eastern Australia now coaching, I believe, with Melbourne City.
Yeah.
His impact on the league, is that why he's higher? Just to clarify.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then fair.
I think without the Johnny Warren medal, probably is below Mata, Costa,
Surely. Yeah.
Nani, and Sturridge.
Not Sturridge. Sturridge was fucking horrific. Sorry.
Yeah, but Sturridge's name, you don't understand. Sturridge's
Yeah, I
name,
know.
like still had a gold rare card when he came to the A-League in FIFA. Put it that way.
Yeah. He was Perth Glory's highest ever rated player. Number 6, Abdul.
Number 5.
Number 5.
The
Careful. Is it the player that I'm thinking?
yeah, it is. Trying to think of the right way to describe this bloke.
Is it a wondrous player?
Yes.
Is it my favourite player of all time?
He's from Japan.
Shit, okay. Let me do it. Why is he 5th?
He's 5th. Because the 4, bro.
Stop talking. Let me do it. Tensai. What's funny about Tensai?
Come on.
Shut the fuck up. Let me have a moment. Tensai. Genius. Many words I could describe Shinji Ono. Is it Shinji? Glad I got that right. There's a few Japanese players. Tanaka, Takahagi, all played at the Wanderers. Brilliant players.
Yeah.
Surprised they're not in the list as well, Abdul. Man from Japan.
Yeah.
Abdul, when I say this man was an absolute genius, was a tensai, Abdul, was, in my opinion, please don't cancel me, had a bigger impact on the A-League than Alessandro Del Piero, in my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not.
Are you mad?
Nope. He did more for us than ADP did for Senior Yep. And he might be one on your list, and he probably is to a lot of other people. But to a Wanderers fan, Abdul, we've never had a player like Shinji Ono. 1 second, Abdul. I will not finish. Shinji Ono played in Netherlands, obviously played in Japan. And when he came here, Abdul, there was a lot of hype. Obviously, our first ever marquee, first ever year as a club. We signed an attacking marquee, Abdul. And he didn't score for a couple of games, but we saw the glimpses. He came on in the first game against Mariners, Abdul, I believe it was 60th minute. I'll never forget that moment. I was there at the stadium with my mother. And you just see it, how he touches the ball, how he receives on a sixpence, turns his man effortlessly, glides through the pitch. And then I believe he scored his first goal. I believe it was a penalty goal, Abdul. And then it just started to roll for him. Some of the assists that he did to Cressenger. Dino Cressenger has to be in the list, by the way, just to let you know. Otherwise, I'll quit the podcast.
No, you may as well quit while you're at it.
Dino, what a player he was. But the way Ono glided, the way Ono played as a 10, he made Mark Bridge look like fucking Eden Hazard. He made Joey Gibbs off the bench look like fucking Daniel Sturridge. He made Dino Cressenger, the runs that Cressenger did was fucking Benzema-esque, the selflessness of Dino. Ono was the glue to our team. I want you to make no mistake. Without him, we don't go to Asia. Without him, we don't win the Asian Champions League. Without him, we don't make 2 finals.
Yeah.
Without him, we don't win minor premiers. And then the 2 goals against Melbourne Victory. And I shit you not, the flick, and the volley.
Yeah.
Through, I think it was De Gea's legs, and then a beautiful bottom right finish.
Yeah.
And then the turn. I just think it's... Melbourne Victory just standing there, by the way. They were trying to defend, they couldn't. And then just puts one top left. And then obviously we all know the goal against Brisbane. I believe it was Simon Hill or Robbie Slater's commentary. Shinji Ono chips Michael Theo in the semi-final. I was there with my father. And I went home, and it was my ringtone for about a couple of years. And I'm happy to say that. I believe the commentator said, "Genius, you most certainly are." And that's the best compliment you can give a player like Shinji Ono. I think I'm done.
Yeah, you're done. Don't cry.
To you.
I want to take you back on a comment you just said. He did not do more for this league.
Oh, no, I'm saying for the Wanderers.
He done more for the Wanderers than probably...
ADP did for Sydney FC.
But ADP did so much more for this league.
For the league, yeah, correct.
But I also...
For the league.
But I also think ADP didn't need to prove himself.
No, of course not. He's fucking...
Whereas Shinji Ono came here. He played for Feyenoord.
Brilliant
player.
Shinji Ono. Yeah.
But at the same time, again, he's...
Japanese star, by the way, for his national team.
Similar to our Italian friend before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
glad you put him above him because I would have retaliated.
To Diamanti.
Yeah, he's above Diamanti.
He's above Diamanti. I think, obviously, yes, the teams, the levels that the teams they played for, similar level. But I think when it comes to Shinji Ono, his impact precedes his name in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that what he done, obviously he came in as a marquee, still like, wow, you've brought in a Japanese international. But what he done for Western Sydney Wanderers, yes, it's bloody massive. But there is no way you can tell me that what he done for the Wanderers outdone what Del Piero done for FC.
No, he did. Genius. You must certainly.
Del Piero's name.
Number four.
No. Del Piero's name put bums on seats for Sydney FC.
Shinji
Ono had to play well to put bums on seats. I'm sorry, no, it's true.
Okay,
it's true.
You're entitled to that as a Sydney FC fan.
I am, but
I'm entitled to my opinion. Respect it. Number 4.
But Alessandro Del Piero, you're trying to move on from this conversation because you don't want to engage in this discussion.
No, it's 11:42 at night.
That's fine. Alessandro Del Piero will forever have done more for football in Australia than Shinji Ono.
And you're entitled to your opinion. I think for football in Australia, you can make an argument definitely for a club.
For the A-League.
For the A-League, yeah, for the A-League, absolutely. Yeah. But again, just...
Yeah, all right, he brought success to the Wanderers, don't get me wrong.
No, it's not even success. I think, and again, you might hate me, I think Shinji Ono, what he did on that pitch was a lot better than ADP. When his time in Australia, I think in the A-League, I think Shinji Ono was one of the best players from 2012. And you can shake. You didn't even watch football until fucking 2014. But
2011, 2012, thank you. And the reason...
Just when ADP, that's when you joined.
No. But, seriously, no. Tom, in all seriousness, for someone who at the time didn't necessarily watch football back then, 2010, 2011, I knew of Sydney FC because of Del Piero.
I'm good, happy. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's probably number 1, and that's okay. I'm not going to argue with that. What I'm saying is I think Shinji Ono, playing-wise on the playing field, I think he outperformed ADP. Or did ADP score a couple of free kicks? So watch him.
Oh, come on, bro.
Watch him.
Come on, only a couple of free kicks. Are you trying to get cancelled here?
Not cancelled. What? Saying that Shinji Ono had more impact in the A-League on the field. Have you seen the guy's highlights?
No, I have. Believe me, I have.
The guy's a genius.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I think Del Piero has done more for Sydney FC, more for the league.
Abdul, Alessandro Del Piero is 10 times the player Shinji Ono is. I want you to understand that. And that's not me. 10 times the player Shinji Ono is. Now, I hope people watch that whole segment and don't just clickbait what I've just said.
FYI, 24 goals for Sydney FC.
Abdul, Shinji Ono was a better player than Shinji Ono. Sorry, ADP was a better player than Shinji Ono.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. But, fuck, man, some of the stuff that Shinji did, come on, man.
I think, yes, individually, obviously taking the Wanderers to Asian glory. Fair enough.
Premiers, 2 grand finalist appearance, minor premiers.
But you can't deny, let's just say, the attention that Del Piero brought.
I'm not saying that.
I agree. Let's be honest with ourselves. Del Piero, I could be wrong here. You might have to fact check me. Del Piero wasn't too far off the age of Juan Mata when he arrived at the Wanderers.
No, you're right.
Okay. Now, if Del Piero didn't perform the way he did at that age, we would have had another one like Juan Mata. No disrespect to Juan, amazing player, still can perform, but hasn't had, because of his legs, because of him not being able to.
But you can't use that argument because
you can.
No, but you can't because football's changed. No, it has. It's become a young man's sport. There's a lot more running. There's a lot more optimal movement, and the game back then suited ADP more. You're telling me you put Juan Mata at Sydney FC back in 2012, 2013? Are you serious?
You're telling me Juan Mata wouldn't perform in that Sydney FC team now? That flourishing, attacking through the midfield. We've seen it, bro.
He missed a fucking open goal in the semi-final against Victory. Relax, calm down.
Still, we'll have bad days. Anyway.
We could be here for... I'm happy to do a podcast with you later when I come back from Croatia and I get a nice tan. Ono versus Del Piero for 30 minutes.
Hold on. I think we know who to ask. Our Italian Wanderers fan of a producer.
Oh, keyword Italian. Abdul, please. Number 4.
ADP or Shinji Ono?
Of course, it's ADP. It's fucking his nature.
Has an impact for the league completely?
You had to pick one based off their time in Australia.
Maybe assuming the question.
Based off their, but that's what it is.
Like an ultimate A-League.
Just pick one player, Ono or Del Piero. 5 seconds.
Yeah, this is a fucking...
A-League only.
A-League only, yeah.
Okay, that changes a little bit.
We'll come back to you in a minute. Number 4, Emil Hesketh.
Yeah, reputation. He didn't do much for Jets.
No.
He scored a great goal. I think it was halfway.
Yeah. But over 500 games in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, I'm saying.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest draws we've ever had. If not, probably the top 3 we've got. I think their names overseas. Obviously.
Can I guess?
Go.
Yorke, ADP, and someone. I'm missing one. Anyway, go. It's the third Dwight Yorke.
Third is Robbie Fowler.
Fowler. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, great name.
Yeah.
Not much impact in the league.
No, you know what?
You
But
reckon Dwight Yorke's higher?
no,
Sorry, you don't reckon Heskey's higher than?
no. Look, I think Heskey stuck around a lot more. I believe he was in management as well for a few years. He had the last few. I think it was MacArthur.
No,
or Jets.
that was Dwight Yorke. That was Dwight Yorke.
That was Dwight Yorke.
Dwight Yorke when MacArthur was manager.
Bro, I still remember. I think it was Heskey. I think it was a few FIFA videos I used to watch back in the day, with KSI.
No, yeah. No. Number 2, Dwight Yorke. Am I right?
How to win a FIFA game.
Shout out KSI if you see this. Happy birthday to you. It was your birthday.
Ski. No, anyway, we're gonna get cancelled.
Correct. Number 2, Dwight Yorke, I believe, Abdul.
Yes. One touch of Robbie Fowler. Imagine we had some low key England wise. Maybe aside from York, one of the beginners, because he played for North Queensland Fury and Perth Glory. But it's a massive name.
It's a massive name, of course it is. Sure.
That's a Liverpool legend. Yeah. Number 2, Dwight Yorke, obviously played for United, played for Villa, won the treble with Manchester United. Icon of the inaugural A-League season, led Sydney FC, my great Sydney FC, to a title and brought immediate credibility to the great club that is the East.
Was that your line or your mate's line?
That was my line.
Of course, great club that is in the East. From the West, Abdul. Anyway, I struggle with that. Always will. But no, Yorkie is a phenomenal player. Yes, his comments at MacArthur weren't the best towards the league, which I don't really like.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. Personally, for me, I wouldn't put him second. Personally, for me,
the name though.
The name though, and obviously his partnership with Andy Cole. Just before the 2000, obviously that treble winning year against Bayern Munich in the final, I believe.
They're only going to Solskjaer off the bench.
Sheringham to equalise. Solskjaer got to win it. But yeah, he's a phenomenal player to the league, and obviously in the inception year of the A-League, that's a perfect sign you want to bring in.
And
number 1, Alessandro Del Piero. Yes,
ADP.
Please don't ever do that again. Apologies for our viewers that had to watch that the second time. Yes. But Abdul, ADP, Alessandro Del Piero, what a career he had. Juventus star, even when they weren't going through the best of times, obviously with their own problems, which we're not going to reiterate here on the podcast. That's not our place.
Yeah, it was a long time after that, though. That happened in 06.
I know. But obviously, credit to the man. He chose to stay there, work out throughout the times, I believe, him and Buffon.
19 seasons.
Yeah, that's a legend. That's you asked me to name 5 players for Juventus, legends, greatest impact. He's in the top 2 without a shadow of a doubt.
And I think that's rare to find. Like, obviously, probably the other 9 players on this list, if you were to name, they wouldn't make the top 5 of any clubs they played.
Fowler, maybe.
Dwight Yorke, Fowler, maybe.
I don't think Yorkie wouldn't.
Juan and Costa won't.
One for Chelsea, maybe top 10.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because he won two player of the season.
Maybe Valencia, you could argue there when he played at Valencia. Yeah. But, yeah, no, I agree.
That's a good point. It's a good point you make. And listen, this is not me taking back my words. Brilliant player. And number 1 on this list. All I'm saying is that this might be the comments that I previously made that may be slightly influenced by my bias towards the club. And also,
of course.
And also maybe some of the schoolyards discussions with my mates back in the day. But you got to put respect on Ono's name, Abz. And I'm glad, obviously, hopefully you can watch the highlights back of Ono's beautiful goals against Victory in Brisbane especially. And for commentators to say, genius, you most certainly are.
Yeah.
Commentary is one of those things that stick with a lot of football fans, Abz.
Yeah.
And I want you to go ask any single Wanderers fan, Abz. And I know it was a perfect year, fairy tale year, etc. He's the first name on everyone, on every single Wanderers fans.
Yeah, because he gave you those moments. And look, it happens with every team. You look at Shinji Ono the way I look at Mesut Ozil.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Like,
you're probably right.
I will go to the moon and back with someone and argue them into the ground if they want to talk about Mesut Ozil.
You hit a nerve. No, you hit a nerve. We don't know.
No, I could tell I did. I could tell I did.
That brother, like, I have a bedtime, and I like to stick to my bedtime. Me, but I'm happy to show you after filming Abz just those 2 moments of Ono.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Here we go.
You don't watch the A-League. You don't know the A-League if you haven't seen those moments.
Yeah, it's good to hear from a Sydney FC fan.
But at the same time, no one brought that many eyes. No one
No, I
brought...
agree. You can't argue with the fucking ADP. You can't argue.
No, you can't. And I think when it comes to what he done for this league, it will topple whatever anyone done for any other club. I'm sorry. Ono done great things for the Wanderers. Great things. But I think the eyes that Del Piero managed to put and the bums that he managed to put on seats for the A-League precedes whatever Ono done for the Wanderers.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Correct.
And that's no disrespect. That's Ono. I'm saying what Ono done was amazing. It just goes to show you how well Del Piero done for Sydney FC. That's all I'm saying there. And look, we probably won't see another Ono Del Piero.
No, Hesketh, because don't forget, Abz, in that first year was 2012, 2013. You had Ono, Hesketh, DP, ADP, in the 1 year. That's incredible. That's like this year with Mata and Costa. Great for the league, brings attention to it. But yeah,
it's just
interesting. I like that. I think we should have a we'll do an Ono ADP debate.
Yeah,
coming down the line. I think it's good.
I remember the early rounds of the A-League this year where I was at FC games and I was, you chat to a few different fans. There was like a group of French fans. I'd never watched the A-League in their life. Who they here for?
Costa.
The amount of Man United fans that rocked up at Wanderers games for Costa, for Mata, sorry. Yeah. That's the whole point of a marquee. And before we move on, I want to touch on something. I hope they start picking up a couple marquees for the girls' game.
Of course.
Can you imagine?
But back in the day, Rose Lavelle was at the Wanderers.
Yeah, but that's when our league was an actual superstar. We had Cooney Cross, we had Rose Lavelle. I think it was Lynn Williams. I was looking at it the other day. Kim Little played for Melbourne City.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think it was Viti as well. She played for Arsenal, played for them. We had a multitude of superstars. Now, we need Millie Bright's reaching that age.
Sign it tomorrow for Wanderers.
Can you imagine though?
Yeah, no.
Instead of having 400 people at Wanderers Football Park, you have 700, 800, 900. Girls will come out to watch.
Of course they will. Hello.
What people don't understand is a lot of women's football fans follow players.
Yeah.
Not saying go sign Caitlin Ford. They'll probably will come back here towards the end of the career. Imagine Sam Kerr makes a return to Sydney FC.
Carry on, Abdul.
Please, we need it. But yeah, man, I think they need to look back into markets for the girls' game because they're too dependent on the youth systems now. And
which, don't get me wrong, it's beneficial for women's football, especially the Tildas.
Not from a marketing point, but
no, I agree.
But yeah,
I like it. Interesting.
It's an interesting topic.
Very interesting. Hopefully our friendship is still intact, but we haven't tatted any friendship. Is that right?
What is it?
We haven't tatted any friendship, no? We still think we're both saying it normal?
No, I worry for you. Just don't go walking through Bondi anytime soon.
Likewise, walking through Japan. I don't recommend any Japanese trips.
All right. On that note, Thomas, we have been UBF. I've been Abz.
And I've been Dino Cressenger. And it's a shame that I am not number one in the A-League marquee. I'm Dino. I've been Thomas. Ciao. Dino! I'm off.